Welcome to another episode of The Showdown. I know it has been a minute. I had to work on some projects, including voicing and producing an audiobook titled Trails of the Lost Sage. The trailer is up on my channel. You can click on the video, follow the link, and purchase. I promise you, it's really worth it. But it feels great to be back. And yes, it's just my voice this time. Just trying out something new. My name is Soyb, and you're welcome to my channel. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Today's showdown is between two of DC's most formidable warriors, Black Adam versus Superman. And now, somewhere in my mind, there's almost a myriad of questions popping up because of one of history's most amazing and loved superheroes. His name? Clark Kent, and he's the one they call Superman. Seriously, who doesn't know this guy? I've literally been hearing, reading about, and watching this guy since I was a kid. I'm sure you can relate with me on this. The story behind his descent to Earth, the crashing of his family's Kryptonian ship, his planet of origin, everything about the superhero fascinates me. Anyways, I want you to think of the universe in terms of energy and duality. Negative and positive, good and evil, yin and yang, light and darkness. Everything has its opposite, right? Probably. I don't know. It's not like I'm some mental consciousness guru who studies the collective subconscious of the universe and loves to talk about the history of the Anunnaki. Wait, what? Never mind. I guess what I'm trying to say is, in life, some things, people, structures are like coins and have two sides, the good and the bad. And this also applies in the world of comics. There's one quasi-superhero who many may not have heard about or do not hear about as much as Superman. Well, until his recent movie. His name is Teth Adam, also known as Black Adam. He's the very opposite of Superman when it comes to ideals, and he tethers on that edge between good and evil. Get it? And while Superman is of royal descent, he, Black Adam, was an ancient Egyptian slave who received the powers of the wizard Shazam. His story is a sad one really. The pain, hurt, and agony of seeing his family slaughtered by the dictators of his time seems to constantly haunt and drive him, deluding him in the process. I think he mistakes revenge for doing the greater good or justice, but in a way, he's the good guy still, just a little bit nuts, with an understandable bloodlust. For some reason, that just reminds me of my neighbor's pit bull. Put simply, he wants the same thing as the good guys: peace, equality, freedom, and justice. But his methods and approaches are quite different, gory and extreme compared to others. According to one version, being returned to Kandak, Adam and his nephew Aman contemplated how to use their powers in order to free their people. Together, while escaping the underground prisons, they found themselves magically transported into the Rock of Eternity, where they were greeted by Shazam. The wizard, deeming Aman pure, offered him the role of his champion, giving him the task of freeing Kandak, which Aman accepted on the condition that Shazam healed Adam. Explaining that the gift bestowed upon him could be shared with his family, Shazam gave Aman his powers, healing and empowering Adam in the process. While Adam was willing to destroy the dictators and exact revenge for their dead family, Aman wanted to save them and give them peace, stopping all bloodshed. And what did Adam do? Dear nephew, I don't quite agree with your method, so I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to kill you and take your powers, but it's only for the greater good, not because I really want them. And that's exactly what Adam did. Fearing that a man's method would not work, Adam killed him and seized his powers for himself, seeing it as a necessary sacrifice for the greater good. Well, that's according to one account. However, the movie version contradicts this. It shows Hurut, Adam's son, was granted Shazam's powers and became Kandak's champion. Knowing that Hurut was invincible, King Acton instructed assassins to execute Hurut's family, including Adam and Hurut's mother. Hurut gave Adam his powers to save his life, and Acton's assassins immediately killed the depowered Hurut, causing an enraged Adam to slaughter all of the king's men and inadvertently destroyed Kandak's palace. Subsequently deemed unworthy by the Council of Wizards, Adam killed them in anger, except for Shazam, who imprisoned him along with the crown of Sabak within what became Adam's tomb. Well, so you see, he's what you call crazy, twisted quasi-hero who somehow fights evil using his own extreme methods. Crazy or not, this guy's methods seem to have worked. Black Adam is known in legend for having defeated the dictators and the Seven Sins, successfully freeing Kandak. He also battled against an alien invasion who had come to subdue Kandak and the rest of the world centuries before the modern day. Adam defeated their champion in single combat, provoking the other aliens to flee Earth. Though myth says he merely disappeared, Black Adam actually turned against the Council of Eternity and murdered all its members, but Shazam, the wizard, however, managed to overpower and seal Black Adam away. According to one version, eventually a scientist named Dr. Thaddeus Sivana unsealed Adam's tomb in the 21st century. Enraged at his millennial imprisonment, Black Adam slaughtered the entirety of Sivana's research team, only sparing Sivana because he spoke Adam's ancient language. See why they should have taken language class a bit more seriously back in school? Je suis. Ah! Now, according to the version used in the film, an archaeologist and resistance fighter, Adriana Thomas, tries to locate the crown of Sabak with the help of her brother Karim and their colleagues Samir and Ishmael. As Adriana obtains the crown, the Intergang, oppressors of Kandak, ambushes them and kills Samir, forcing Adriana to read an incantation that awakens Teth Adam, who she believes to be Kandak's champion, from a slumber, and the rest is history.
Mightiest of mortals, God of gods, 6 immortal elders by name.
What?
Shazam!
That's just to give you a background. Now to the showdown. Who wins in a confrontation between Black Adam and Superman? As usual, I'll do a comparative analysis in certain key domains that should determine the outcome of the fight. Their strength, speed, endurance, intelligence, skills and special abilities, and finally, grit. Before we proceed, don't forget to like, share your thoughts in the comment section. Also click on the subscribe button if you love this content. Ensure that the notification bell is turned on so whenever I upload new content, you can be notified. I appreciate your support. Now first off, let's look at strength. No doubt, Superman is an icon when it comes to strength. I guess it's how he earned the name Superman after all, right? I mean, imagine a Superman without strength. According to the creator, Superman was born on a planet called Krypton, which happens to be much bigger than Earth and thus has a greater gravitational force than Earth. When he got to Earth, Superman surprisingly discovered that he was much more powerful, and this was simply because he landed on a planet with a much weaker gravitational pull than that of Krypton. Superman could do all these amazing things simply because Earth's gravity didn't affect him as much as Krypton's. His skills have been greatly enhanced multifold, thus allowing him to be the strongest being on Earth, thanks to the nature of his planet of origin and real home, Krypton. Superman's strength is augmented by yellow solar radiation, interacting with the greater than human density, resilience, and biological efficiency of his musculature. His strength is more an act of conscious will on energy fields than actual physical strength. It is this act of conscious will that enables him to perform physical feats that are beyond the mere application of force, such as moving a mountaintop without said rock crumbling under its own mass, lifting airplanes, and even flying with them, lifting up to 2 billion tons. Now let's look at a few of Superman's greatest feats of strength. In All-Star Superman Volume 1, Number 1, Superman held up to 200 quintillion tons with one hand. Superman's exposure to excessive amounts of energy from the sun heightened his powers. While testing the new limits of his powers with a scientist named Dr. Leo Quintum, he was able to lift the equivalent of 200 quintillion, that's 200 billion tons, above his head with one hand. However, that was the upper limit of the device, so he could have lifted more. Wow, that's just amazing. But I'll tell you what would even be more amazing. If that 200 billion tons was converted to $200 billion and was sent to me. Also, in Superman Volume 3, Number 13, Superman was able to bench press the equivalent weight of Earth for 5 days straight, dropping only a single bead of sweat. I could do that too without breaking a sweat, and I'm seriously walking my way to get there in In case you're wondering, the Earth's weight is approximately 5.97 billion trillion metric tons. Now check this out. In Superboy Volume 1, Number 140, the opening of the Cosmic features Superboy, young Superman, saving an entire galaxy's worth of planets. He drags them to a new galaxy with compatible suns on the other side of the universe by pulling them in a line using large chains. Now, to Black Adam. Black Adam has a phenomenal level of super strength that enables him to lift 100,000 tons effortlessly, and even more if required. He can effortlessly bend steel, but does that mean he can bend the Man of Steel? We'll find out.
That's a good one.
His godly flesh and bone are about 3 times as dense as similar human tissue, contributing to the Olympian's superhuman strength and weight. How about some of Black Adam's strongest feats? Adam's strength is enough that he can easily defeat beings such as Captain Marvel. Black Adam is numerously referred to as the strongest meta-human on Earth. He has on more than one occasion held his own against the entire JSA. He once fought and defeated the Great 10 and even the entire Marvel family, which was composed of Captain Marvel, Mary Marvel, and Captain Marvel Jr. You know what? I really think they should call a family meeting after that. I can imagine the scenario playing out in my head. Dad! Adam the bully in school beat me up again! I know, son. He beat me up too. Black Adam held his own against a group of superheroes composed of GSA, Doom Patrol, GLA, and Teen Titans, and even they didn't seem to be able to stop him. Unlike Superman and Shazam, Black Adam never pulls his punches. Each of his punches was meant to kill his opponent. Even when the entire Shazam family faces off against him in Egypt, Black Adam fought and defeated all 7 members of the team. This guy is fond of beating up families. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I think we need to call Dominic Toretto. Even outnumbering Adam doesn't seem to work well, as he can demolish any superhero team with his brutal blows. Also, when Superman lost his powers, Wonder Woman and Batman went missing. Of all the times to go missing, right? And Captain Marvel had to guard the Rock of Eternity, unable to leave the Rock of Eternity for long in the World War III storyline. Black Adam alone took down every army and every superhero team alone and was unstoppable until Cap finally changed him back to Teth Adam with his lightning. As you can tell, these two godlike characters are super strong, stronger than most superheroes and villains even, but only one is stronger. So who wins in the domain of strength? The Man of Steel clearly takes this one. Now how about speed? Black Adam has a gift or power called the swiftness of Heru. By channeling Heru's speed, Black Adam on Earth can fly and move at speeds in excess of Mach 10. That's about 2.5 miles per second, and at the speed of light in space. Now, he may not be as fast as a Flash, but he has been shown easily running at a speed of over Mach 500. He has the ability to sharpen his awareness and increase his temporal flow, appearing to move faster than is humanly possible. He can move at incredible speeds. He can move fast enough to not register in the normal peripheral range of humans and seemingly vanish and disappear at will. At this speed, his mind processes information at least on a subliminal level that he's aware of his surroundings. No big deal. I easily achieved this speed on my way to the kitchen to get the last slice of pizza. Pretty cool, right? But how fast is Superman? Superman is extremely fast, of course. But did you know that he can travel 186,000 miles per second? And if needed, he can travel at a speed 1,000 times higher than that. Also, his reaction time is less than 1 attosecond, which is 1 quintillionth of a second. Superman is faster than a rocket and even the speed of light. In theory, there's no limit to how fast Superman can travel. Being a creature from another planet, he happens to possess a different kind of physique and physiology that allows him go beyond the limit of what the universal laws of human physics permit. Need I say more? I believe it's crystal clear who's the faster one between Superman and Black Adam. So when it comes to speed, I'll go with Clark Kent. Moving on to endurance, which of these two has the higher ability to withstand great pain and adverse conditions? Let's find out. For Black Adam, the stamina of Shu comes in handy. This was given to him by Shu, the Egyptian god of the air and light. This power allows Black Adam to fight for as long as he needs, as well as to survive for extended periods of time without needing any sustenance. Black Adam never needs to eat or drink, as his body supplies everything he needs. He can also take part in battles without ever needing rest. He doesn't need to breathe and can survive unaided in space. He has superhuman endurance and self-sustenance. His godly metabolism provides him with far greater than human endurance in all physical activities, and Black Adam is immortal. He's immune to the physical effects of extreme light, such as dizziness and lightheadedness. He can travel from the Earth to the Moon, but he requires extra precautionary paraphernalia for interstellar travel. Black Adam is also capable of flying at light speed. In addition, Black Adam possesses the ability to be resistant to ice. That means he can resist the cold and live comfortably in regions with extreme weather conditions. In comparison, Superman isn't just amazingly strong, he's also remarkably endurable. He just never gets tired. In a single day, he can go from fighting fires to preventing building collapses to battling Darkseid. Clark Kent can do these demanding tasks and more, back to back to back, and accomplish them just as effectively. The Man of Steel's work is never done, and luckily, Kal-El has the stamina to match his demanding lifestyle. The last son of Krypton's physical longevity is an advantage he can claim over opponents. Villains can never hope to tire him out. Superman could survive indefinitely without food, water, or rest due to the yellow sun's radiation sustaining him. And let's look at one of Superman's greatest feats of endurance.